The Kazany Torets River near Pokrovsk does not look like a fortress. To a casual observer, it is barely a stream, a narrow ribbon of muddy water winding through the flat terrain of the Donetsk region. But in the brutal calculus of modern warfare, this unassuming geographic feature has become a perfect, inescapable meat grinder. Beneath its murky surface lies a secret, a sprawling, multi-million-dollar underwater graveyard of twisted steel and shattered ambitions that will soon claim yet another desperate Russian assault. On a cold morning, a mechanical monstrosity rumbles toward the riverbank, an improvised bridge-laying vehicle born from absolute desperation. It is built on the chassis of a massive T-80B VM main battle tank, stripped of its traditional turret and buried under a massive, heavy, improvised protective structure. The Russian commanders believe this armored behemoth is the silver bullet that will finally pierce the Ukrainian lines toward Dobropilya. They are convinced that its thick armor and roaring turbine engine will brush off any resistance, allowing them to throw a makeshift bridge across the muddy chasm in a matter of minutes. It is a bold, aggressive plan relying on sheer brute force and momentum. But momentum is an illusion when the sky has eyes, and the supposed element of surprise is vaporized before the tank's treads even touch the soft, treacherous mud of the riverbank. Before we continue, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Miles away, inside a darkened bunker, operators from the 1st Azov Corps of the Ukrainian National Guard and the 33rd Mechanized Brigade are already watching. Their high-definition reconnaissance drones are hovering silently in the cold air, locking onto the bizarre silhouette of the approaching Russian bridge layer. The element of surprise is dead, replaced immediately by cold, calculated targeting logic. The Ukrainian operators do not panic. They simply watch the trap arm itself. The Russian commanders, entirely unaware they are driving onto a high-definition kill screen, push their massive convoy forward. Trailing directly behind the monstrous T-80B VM are 9 MTLB armored vehicles, 1 standard main battle tank, and 4 specialized armored recovery vehicles. This is not a scouting party. It is a full-scale mechanized fist meant to punch a permanent hole through the Ukrainian defensive zone. But the fist is about to swing directly into a brick wall of physics. As the colossal bridge layer hits the floodplains, the thick, glue-like mud of the Kazany Torets River asserts its dominance. The 60-ton behemoth instantly slows to an agonizing crawl, its tracks spinning and churning the soft earth into an impassable swamp. The following armored vehicles are forced to slam on their brakes, bunching up dangerously close to one another and instantly transforming a rapid assault column into a static, highly visible, target-rich environment. Panic begins to set in inside the Russian command vehicles as their momentum completely evaporates. The driver of the T-80B VM throws the turbine engine into maximum overdrive, desperately fighting the suction of the mud to position his bizarre payload. Attached to the front of this Frankenstein vehicle, secured by a mess of thick steel cables, is exactly half of a standard TMM-3 mechanized bridge section. The Russian engineers have heavily modified it, bolting on crude wooden planks and extra support beams in a frantic attempt to create a surface capable of supporting the weight of infantry and light armor. It is a masterpiece of battlefield improvisation, but it is incredibly fragile. As the bridge layer agonizingly maneuvers the heavy steel and wood structure over the narrow water, the trap is finally triggered. High above, the Ukrainian drone operators give the command, and the sky instantly falls on the stalled convoy. The first wave of first-person view kamikaze drones dives from the clouds at over 100 miles per hour. These are not mere surveillance tools. They are highly maneuverable, flying anti-tank mines. The lead drone ignores the heavily armored chassis of the tank and instead slams directly into the delicate cables and wooden planks of the deployed bridge section. The shaped charge detonates with surgical violence, instantly shattering the wooden supports and snapping the steel cables like cheap string, rendering the crossing completely useless. With the makeshift bridge now a smoking, twisted piece of useless metal resting uselessly on the muddy banks, the entire Russian offensive immediately flatlines. The commanders, screaming through the radio networks, are forced to make a split-second, disastrous decision. They cannot advance over the shattered wooden planks, and retreating through the narrow corridor would expose the vulnerable rear armor of their armored vehicles to the drones circling above. They order the column to violently pivot and search for a natural fording point in the shallow water, an act of sheer desperation that perfectly plays into the hands of the waiting Ukrainian defenders. The Kazny Torets River is relatively narrow, deceivingly looking like a simple water crossing, but its banks are composed of a deep, gelatinous mud that acts like quicksand for heavy military hardware. As the first 6 armored vehicles peel away from the burning T-80B-VM bridge layer and plunge their tracks into the soft riverbed, the trap snaps shut a second time. The mud instantly swallows the treads of the multi-ton machines, bogging them down completely up to their hulls. The roaring engines overwork, blowing thick black smoke into the air, but the vehicles are completely paralyzed, turning them from mobile assault platforms into sitting ducks locked perfectly inside an established kill zone. The Ukrainian drone operators do not miss this massive, unforced error. As the 6 Russian armored vehicles sink deeper into the inescapable mud of the river, a terrifying new frequency of destruction is unleashed upon them. The sky above the immobilized convoy tears open as Ukrainian artillery batteries dial in their pre-calculated coordinates with devastating precision. Heavy high-explosive shells rain down on the paralyzed column, throwing massive geysers of mud and steel into the cold air. But the artillery is just the anvil. The hammer comes in the form of bomber drones dropping specialized anti-tank munitions directly onto the thin top armor of the vehicles. Secondary explosions rip through the troop compartments, turning the machines into raging infernos right in the middle of the river. To seal the absolute destruction of the crossing attempt, a high-mobility artillery rocket system unleashes a volley of precision-guided munitions that obliterate the remaining recovery vehicles desperately trying to hook tow cables onto the sinking armor. The sheer volume of firepower transforms the shallow water crossing into a boiling cauldron of destruction, ensuring that not a single piece of Russian equipment or personnel makes it to the opposite bank. The supposedly invincible armored fist of the Dobropilya assault is completely pulverized in a matter of minutes. The scale of the disaster for the Russian forces is absolutely staggering, and the smoking ruins of this single assault represent only a fraction of their catastrophic losses in this sector. According to official battlefield assessments from the Ukrainian National Guard, 12 enemy armored vehicles were entirely wiped out in this single failed crossing attempt alone. But the true horror for the Russian command lies beneath the dark surface of the Kazny Torets River itself, which has quietly become one of the most expensive underwater equipment graveyards of the entire conflict. Analysts and battlefield observers tracking the relentless destruction confirm that a staggering total of 27 Russian military vehicles have already been swallowed by this narrow, muddy waterway. Time after time, Russian commanders have thrown scarce, highly valuable tank-based bridge-laying systems and dozens of armored troop carriers at this exact obstacle, only to watch them sink into the mud or get violently dismantled by a swarm of Ukrainian drones and artillery fire. The river forces every single assault to slow down, funneling multi-million-dollar war machines into a predictable, inescapable choke point where they are systematically hunted and destroyed by operators sitting safely miles away. The late October assault perfectly illustrates this mechanized nightmare. During that specific offensive, Russian commanders ordered a rapid crossing attempt, sending a tightly packed column of 6 heavily armored personnel carriers directly into the Kazny Torets River. It was a gamble built on speed, but speed is completely useless when the Earth itself fights back. Within seconds of entering the water, the sheer weight of the troop carriers broke through the thin riverbed crust, sinking the machines deep into the thick holding mud. The drivers panicked, redlining their engines in a desperate bid for traction, but the tracks only dug deeper graves. As the water began pouring into the crew compartments, the vehicles completely stalled out, becoming steel coffins trapped in the middle of the waterway. Then, the sky opened up. Ukrainian forces did not just send a single drone. They coordinated a multi-layered symphony of absolute destruction. First, precision artillery shells slammed into the banks, trapping any escaping infantry. Then, a swarm of first-person view kamikaze drones descended, specifically targeting the vulnerable engine decks of the stranded carriers. As the armor cooked off, heavier bomber drones dropped precise munitions through the open hatches. Finally, to ensure total annihilation, a high-mobility artillery rocket system unleashed a volley that vaporized the remaining wrecks. The Russian command believed that layering heavy armor over the bridge-laying mechanism would protect it long enough to span the water. But they failed to realize that the river is already choked with the wreckage of their previous failures. The 27 destroyed armored vehicles do not just represent lost millions. They have physically altered the river, creating hidden, jagged underwater obstacles made of sunken Russian steel. When the massive T-80 BVM attempted to maneuver its improvised wooden and metal bridge into place, it was not just fighting the mud. It was navigating a submerged graveyard of its own army's making. The Ukrainian defenders did not need to destroy the bridge layer with a massive missile. They simply needed to blind it, snap its fragile cables with a single $600 drone, and let the treacherous terrain finish the job. The 60-ton monstrosity, meant to be the vanguard of a massive assault toward Dobropilya, is now just another rusting monument to tactical arrogance. The Kazhenyi Torets River remains uncrossed, a narrow, muddy moat that has successfully consumed an entire battalion's worth of Russian armor, proving that the most advanced military hardware on Earth is completely useless when driven blindly into a perfectly engineered trap. The surviving Russian crews inside the bogged-down MTLB armored vehicles are completely panicked, realizing they are trapped in a slow-motion execution. The company commander, screaming over a jammed radio frequency, orders a desperate countermeasure. Turrets spin wildly as the vehicles discharge volley after volley of thermal smoke grenades, attempting to build an impenetrable white wall across the riverbank to blind the Ukrainian overwatch. For exactly 15 seconds, the Russian column disappears into a dense, artificial fog, and the crews mistakenly believe they have bought themselves enough time to winch their vehicles out of the suffocating mud. But the Ukrainian drone operators, sitting in their concrete bunker, simply toggle their screens from optical to thermal imaging. The artificial white wall instantly becomes completely transparent, revealing the bright, glowing heat signatures of the revving Russian diesel engines. A specialized first-person view drone, carrying a custom-built thermobaric warhead, goes into a steep, terrifying dive. It slices effortlessly through the smoke cloud, completely ignoring the blind, panicked machine gun fire spraying wildly into the air. The drone impacts the thin top armor of the lead MTLB, and the thermobaric charge detonates. It does not just blast the armor, it vaporizes the oxygen in the immediate vicinity, creating a massive, terrifying pressure wave that crushes the vehicle from the outside in. The destruction of the lead MTLB is not just a single kill, it triggers a catastrophic, unstoppable chain reaction right in the middle of the Kazhenyi Torets River. The doomed armored vehicle was fully loaded with hundreds of high-explosive artillery shells meant for the Dobropilya offensive. As the thermobaric heat breaches the troop compartment, the entire ammunition payload cooks off simultaneously. A blinding 50-foot column of fire erupts from the mud, tearing the multi-ton vehicle into thousands of jagged, supersonic pieces of shrapnel. This lethal wave of razor-sharp steel rips across the shallow water, instantly shredding the fragile optic sensors and external fuel tanks of the 3 MTLB vehicles trapped directly behind it. The river surface, already slick with leaked diesel fuel, instantly catches fire, creating a literal wall of flames that engulfs the paralyzed Russian column. The panicked crews are forced to make an impossible choice: burn alive inside their impenetrable steel coffins, or throw open their top hatches and step out into a raging inferno while completely exposed to the sky. As the heavy steel hatches swing open, the Ukrainian drone operators, watching with cold precision from miles away, immediately unleash their secondary wave of attackers. Dropping specialized fragmentation grenades with pinpoint accuracy, the bomber drones turn the burning river crossing into an inescapable, lethal geometry problem for the fleeing Russian soldiers. On the far side of the riverbank, a Russian armored recovery vehicle, a massive engineering beast built to tow 40-ton tanks out of active combat zones, makes a final suicidal dash to save the multi-million-dollar T-80B VM bridge layer. The driver ignores the flaming wreckage of the MTLB column, pushing his roaring diesel engine to its absolute limit as he maneuvers his heavily armored hull to the edge of the water. With thick artillery fire shaking the ground, a lone Russian engineer sprints through the mud, desperately hooking a massive 3-inch thick steel tow cable onto the rear of the paralyzed bridge layer. Inside the recovery vehicle, the operator engages the winch, and the massive gears groan under the impossible tension of attempting to pull 60 tons of dead weight out of the suctioning riverbed. For a fleeting, triumphant moment, the massive tank actually shudders and shifts backward, ripping a few feet of traction from the mud. But the Ukrainian 1st Azov Corps has been waiting patiently for exactly this clustering of high-value engineering assets. The operators simply paint the enormous recovery vehicle with a silent, invisible laser designator. High above the clouds, a guided artillery shell makes its supersonic descent. It strikes the engine deck of the recovery vehicle dead center, vaporizing the transmission, and instantly snapping the heavy steel tow cable like a dry twig. The spectacular, fiery demise of the armored recovery vehicle completely shatters whatever remaining psychological discipline existed within the Russian assault force. The surviving commanders, watching their multi-million-dollar bridge-laying operation turn into a twisted, burning graveyard in under 10 minutes, finally issue the order to abort. But a coordinated retreat under heavy Ukrainian surveillance is practically impossible. The rear guard, consisting of the remaining 5 MTLB vehicles and a single standard main battle tank, throw their machines into reverse in a state of total, uncoordinated panic. Blinded by the thick black smoke pouring from the destroyed convoy ahead of them, the heavy armored vehicles begin violently colliding with one another on the narrow approach road. The lone Russian main battle tank, desperate to escape the kill zone, accidentally reverses its tracks directly over a steep embankment. The massive, 45-ton war machine completely loses its balance, rolling over and plunging upside down into the muddy, freezing waters of the Kazany Torets River. The Ukrainian defenders do not even need to waste a piece of expensive ammunition to destroy it. The panic and sheer incompetence of the retreating forces do all the heavy lifting. The river simply swallows another massive steel victim, adding yet another expensive wreck to its growing underwater museum of Russian tactical failures.